I come from a hotel, or rather real estate development background. I was in-house with a real estate developer and have been with them for the last 8 years. In parallel with that was this sort of burning passion and interest in the world of fitness, and it just got to the point where I was turning up for meetings with sort of sports gear still on underneath and mud under my fingers from having been outside moving around on a grass field. I thought, you know what, this can't go on any longer. I need to listen to this other voice in me, which is, look, I really want to help people to stay fit, get healthy, and live happier, longer lives. And I know about building environments or indoor environments. So what happens when you try and connect those two? And finally, I've managed to find a way that I can work with my passion, which is essentially helping people to stay healthy, even when they're traveling, and creating interior spaces that can facilitate that. You have a huge trend, or a number of huge trends that I think are important to understand. One of them is the application of natural design and how that can be integrated into your built environment to create a space that is healthier, cleaner, fresher air, that's more positive, that's uplifting, that can reduce stress levels and generally create a memorable experience. That typically has been used in places like offices. So that's been happening over there whilst hotel gyms have been stagnating. So my insight was really, well, I think there's some innovation that can find a home in the hotel market, and I'm going to bring some of this, what we call biophilic design, which is, again, working with nature, bringing it in to that gym space. So the environment itself in which the fitness is happening becomes functional. It's having a functional positive impact on the user while they're in there, and then they're working out. The added benefit to that really is you then create or offer to the guest a value system that I think now increasingly people are connecting with. And that's the big wave that's coming, is this new generation of hotel guests who do care about the planet and who will ask, well, why have we got so much plastic? Why am I working out on plastic and metal machines, for example? The big challenge is always around, how do you then encourage a hotel owner? What I've found is that increasingly, and this again might be, a niche, but I think as the lifestyle, the health and fitness lifestyle becomes more and more common amongst certain demographics, I think it will expand. At the moment, it tends to be hotel groups that have an existing connection between their brand and nature, and often there is a question mark in their mind around how they should do a gym. If they care about sustainability, if they care about nature and wildlife, what does that mean in terms of their gym offer? And I think many people, or many brands, perhaps haven't yet come up with a satisfactory solution. So I would then step into the fray and say, well, look, there are other ways of doing things. We can think about the materials we use, the type of equipment, what the equipment's made of, how much of it there is, how much space there is where you can actually move your body in empty space or do stretching in empty space. It doesn't have to be, hotel gym doesn't necessarily just need to be a row of high-tech equipment with plasma screens where you can check Facebook or watch TV. I think there are other ways that you can offer the facility that ticks enough boxes for guests whilst also staying true to a brand or a concept that's driving the overall design for that property. Certainly the main thing that I would take away is it's a really sensible format, really productive format in terms of being able to connect briefly with a large number of people. The timing is just right in terms of how much face time you have for each person. You're able to introduce yourself, listen to what the other person does, and quickly understand whether there's any connection there now or possibly at some later date, and then you can stay in touch from there. And it's just a really efficient way of moving through a wide range of people from the industry and making a whole bunch of connections that, as I say, may be useful today or may be useful in a year's time. You just don't know. But it's all about expanding a network and presenting a happy face and hoping that, at some time you're able to collaborate with some or all of the people in the room.